Good evening. Good evening. We have head coach, Cayman head coach Claudia Garcia, and captain Shanice Monteith. First, before we go to questions, Coach, tell us about the game.
Well, it was something that I think we were preparing this game, trying to get the next level the game against Dominica. And today we did the game. I believe that we were able to be dynamic with the ball. First half, individual mistakes that at this level we are trying to make it fit in the mistakes lost goals. This is something that we are changing, and I was telling the girls just like now, we didn't lose. This was a learning lesson in a way that there's situations that we're not able to perform that we need to change. So I'm really proud of the girls. They try everything. Of course, we were not able to do what we normally do. Today we will not Cayman, to be honest today. But we cannot stay and just complain. We just need to keep going. In April, there's 2 more games that we're definitely going to do way better.
Great. Open it up to questions.
Coach, you've played 2 games in this tournament so far, and you haven't been able to get a goal. Would it be vital in April to at least try to find a way to get on the score sheet for the confidence of Cayman?
Yeah, definitely. We are trying that from day one against the Dominican Republic, because our purpose is to come to the games and to compete. And of course, scoring is the main objective of a football game, not only for the confidence of the players, but for our own objective. And we tried that against the Dominican Republic, and we tried today. Unfortunately, we were not able to score, but definitely the next 2 games is something that we will work on and make the girls understand that they have what it takes to be at this level. This is a young team, and at some point when we try to do certain actions, we do a lot of mistakes, or a few mistakes that at this level, like I said, it costs goals.
And to the captain, how do you keep your teammates, although the coach did say it's a young team, how do you keep them motivated and looking forward to what's next?
Just to keep on speaking to the players. Like Coach said, we made mistakes that we can't make at this level. Kind of just reassess ourselves, kind of see where the positive and negative are, and just to move forward from there, and to have the right mindset to move forward. Because, like you said, we have a young team and we have a good core coming up. So just to keep the confidence in the girls going forward.
Coach, how's the goalkeeper?
Well, she's a little bit injured on her ribs and also on the side. She's okay, but that situation also impacted our team. But anyways, Sophia get in and she did a good job. So we trust on every single player. But at the moment, she's okay. I believe that when we reach Cayman, we will go to do going forward.
My final question would be, how did you prepare for these 2 particular matches, with what's going on globally with the pandemic?
Well, that's a good question. We all know that with this pandemic, we are very restricted on international games, and that is one of our situations that we want to try to change. We went to a tournament in Turks and Caicos where we play against Bahamas and USVI, and we did a pretty good job. But still, we need more games. Our group need more international experience, and I believe with our president, our general secretary, and our director of program of the women department, they are definitely trying to give us all the tools to make this group even better going forward. But as you know, we cannot go to a supermarket and buy a recipe of winning process that takes time. So that's what we're doing. We're moving forward. Sometimes we're going a little bit more faster forward. Sometimes we go a little bit more slower, but definitely we are going forward.
Okay, well, good luck in your next 2 matches.
Thank you.
We're going to start with you, Coach. Talk us through the match.
Yeah, we have been preparing for matches like this for so long. It was just good to get to see the girls go out there and perform and do what they know to do. We knew that we had to prepare a little differently for this match because we knew that we would get into the attacking movement more often than we did against Jamaica. So that's what we based our training sessions around, not negating the defensive duties that we have to perform. So the girls tonight really impressed all the coaches because they went out and executed perfectly what it was that we were trying to do. And we're very happy with the girls because they took that momentum from the Jamaica match into this match tonight. So not taking for granted the opposition or underestimating the opposition. We played front foot football against Cayman, which was what we.
All right. Well, Coach. Obviously, it's rewarding coming away with a 6-0 win. But if you had to pick out things that you would like to see us improve on once we got the lead and we were comfortable, what were some of the things you would have wanted the team to try to execute better?
I would probably have to say finding the gaps a little bit more, not taking the foot off the gas pedal. I think we wanted to work on building and counterattack, and I think we spent a lot more time building, and we probably would have had some more counterattacking options. But again, we gave them a task. We asked them to do certain things, and they did it. So it's not necessarily anything I would want them to do more. They worked hard for 90 minutes. And so sometimes, even if the counterattack was on, recognizing, in particular, Nia made quite a few runs tonight, not even just forward runs, but back runs, side runs. So the players did well in recognizing when we had to build a little bit more to give us a chance to rest. So, yeah, I mean, you have 6 goals and you wish you would have scored 9 or 10, but I really can't put my finger on anything that I think that we didn't do well or something that I wanted us to work on more. This game gave us an opportunity to also work on our defensive block and setting our track. Did we set it as aggressively? Yes, we set it against Jamaica. No. But this game kind of lended itself for us to kind of ease off on that, avoid any unnecessary injuries to us or Cayman. But the players were still able to get into positions to do things. So we were really, really looking for them to connect the pieces, so connect the defensive block style of play that we played against Jamaica and add the attacking style. So I think they executed it extremely well.
Ava, how important was it for that first goal to settle the team down and be off to a good start?
Yeah, it was very important. I mean, for any game, your first goal kind of lets you settle, but also we tried to keep the momentum. We kept telling ourselves when 1 goal went in, 0-0, we go again, 2-0-0, we go again. So it definitely was important. We showed what we needed to show tonight, keep setting a stone, but we definitely kept using it. No matter what the score was, we kept trying to keep going and keep going.
I noticed that we won a lot of battles in that midfield, led by yourself and others, but being in control of the middle of the park, how important is that for this particular team, the way you guys wanted to play?
Yeah, it was really important. I mean, the way that our block is set up, if it comes into the middle, that's where our numbers are, and we try to just go and get it and then spread the field wide. Every time it comes into the middle, that's where our numbers are, and we try and just close it down as fast as we can. From the Jamaica game, we knew that the main thing that we needed to come in together today was to build from that, and that was the attacking part. So having the ball obviously led to us being able to attack. We tried to build, and then also, like Coach said, we built a little bit more than we probably could have, but I mean, we had the ball, so we had the control.
Coach, about, I would say maybe 5 years ago, what you saw tonight, you had been working towards. I'm talking about the maintaining of the possession of the ball, the knocking the ball into the space for other players to come on. And you kept saying that it's a process, it's a process, it's a process. I know we're not all the way there, but how pleasing is it for you to stand on the sideline and actually watch that be executed?
It's amazing. It's a great feeling, and many people who know me know that my year was 2022. I've spoken about 2022 since 2015. Where would these girls be? What would they be able to do? And no, we're not a finished product, and this is really, as it was the ending year, it's the starting year. Ironically, like this is the beginning of some amazing things that's going to happen. And when I look at this group of players, for the first time ever. We have a team of footballers. Like everyone is a footballer. Like we had no problem. We could have subbed anyone tonight, and they would have come on and done the same job. And we have three key players that is unavailable. In Jaden, Aaliyah, and we just put others. We slotted others into those positions, and it was seamless. Again, not negating the opposition, but regardless of who the opposition is or would have been, we moved to Dominican Republic. We go to Dominican Republic next, and on paper, everyone has them as the second best team in the group, but we go to that game full of confidence. We put the performance against Jamaica and tonight's performance together, and I think that we'll have another great show against the Dominican Republic. But it's really, and I'm in a space now, you probably back in the day heard me a lot on the sidelines. Tonight, it was just, I sat on the cooler on the side and just enjoyed watching these young ladies play football, which is where we need to be. We gave them instructions when we needed to give them instructions. I have to commend the coaching staff. Maurice, as the technical director, has really empowered me on this trip. That's going to help me further empower these young ladies. Coach Dankins, Andrew McDowell with video footage. Like we have really elevated on this one trip the amount of stuff that I have to process now for us to keep moving forward. Vance Brown, always the cool, calm head, but with loads of experience. So it's been a collective. It's been a team effort in getting these players to where they are. But you're absolutely right. 5 years ago, I saw this. I saw it, and I wasn't naive in what I saw, because I knew the ability. If these players stayed in it, if they stayed committed, if they worked hard, that they would have these results. We would beat the Cayman, but to convincingly beat the Cayman Islands in this match, it's such a good feeling for us.
So how do we now prepare for that April round?
Well, it's much of the same. Like the girls, so we're working on these three things. They're called intelligence, IQ, intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, and adversity quotient. Something else I learned along the way in these last 2 weeks. And the intelligence quotient, they have it. So that's how we want to play, how we're looking to play. The emotional, quotient is when this game, the Dominican game gets tough. Managing our emotions. And then the adversity quotient. Dominican may score first. How do we know we're up against it? What do we do next? So it's a lot of little pieces that we have to work on. The footballing side, I think that, technically these girls are sound. Tactically now we have our style of play. They understand that that's how we want to play, but also the opposition may kind of have us or force us to play in a different style or a different way. But they're so intelligent again. Where they're able to make those adjustments. And so now it's constant collaboration over the next 6 or 7 weeks before we head to the Dominican Republic. But I can tell you, these girls are up for it. They're ready. They're very ready. And I don't think preparation is going to be too difficult because they're in the space that we need them to be.
Ava, what is it like to lead this unit? I know you were the captain at the under 20 level, but now at the senior level, you're leading these group of young ladies. What is it like for you personally leading this group?
I mean, it's quite indescribable. I mean, I tend to wear my heart on my sleeve, and it means a lot. And it means a lot because this is a different type of team. They make it easy to lead because we have a lot of leaders in the team. I mean, off the field, we are working on building together so that on the field is easy. And I think that we've shown that. And I mean, it means everything to me. I've been a part of women's team, Bermuda team for a while now, and this is a goal of mine. And it's always been a goal to try and be a leader in my own way. And yeah, I mean, today was fun, and Jamaica was fun as well. And we're building, and I just can't wait to keep doing what I love with a lot of girls with the girls that I have a lot of love for. And I'm excited now for April as we all go to where we got to go, and keep in touch and keep pushing so that when it comes to April, we're ready. And I think Bermuda is going to see improvement. This region is going to quickly know who we are.
How special would it be to play that final game of this group in Bermuda?
Everything. To this day, I say that the best game that I've ever played was U20s in Bermuda. And I mean, for anyone to play at home and a home crowd is, again, indescribable. And I really hope that Bermuda does that for us, and also so we can show Bermuda right live exactly what we're made of.
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, I think it'd be a treat. As you said, the under 20, versus Jamaica, which was a very intense game. These players were not even at the level that they're at now. To play against Grenada in Bermuda will be very special, and the crowd will be treated to a performance that they probably never seen from a Bermuda team. So, my prayer is that we continue to do what we have to do as a country so that, the government says, yes, we want to showcase our women's national team. If any team deserves to play in front of the home crowd, it is this team. I have so much respect for these young ladies. They've been through it. They've been through the trenches. They've rode. And I say it all the time. This is the group I want to ride with. I don't mind casting the net, and how I am. I look for, someone out there over the ocean, that has some Bermuda ties. But to be honest, and I said it before, that I want to ride with this group because they have been the ones that have gone through it. And we have some really good young talent coming through. So, homegrown. A lot of times coaches say, "Well, where did these guys play? Or where were they born?" We say Bermuda. We played against a Jamaica team that definitely, well, majority were American, but I have so much respect for this group. I have so much respect for the association. We cannot forget that the association has done a lot for the women's game over the past few years. They have supported us in our initiatives and in things that we want to do, and they continue to do that. Just on this trip alone, the amount of support that we have received for this trip alone is been absolutely amazing. And so I cannot end this interview without acknowledging, David Sabir is here, Mark Wade is here, Pink Lewis is here, and they, have shown the support for these young ladies.
Andre, do you have any questions for Coach or Ava? You can come off. There you go.
All right, Coach, everybody, good night. Congratulations on what was a very impressive win. Quick question, Coach. What is your biggest takeaway, you'd say, from tonight's result and performance?
The greatest takeaway is that these girls were able to execute the things that we wanted them to execute. So as I said previously, we're working on our defensive block, and then we had to turn around and in a short period of time at the attacking side of the game, because we knew we would get into attacking position. And the takeaway from it is that no matter what adversity, because the injury to Jaden Masters impacted this entire team, because we know her story. We know how hard she's worked to get to where she got to. And so for these girls to dig deep and to have the performance that they had tonight will be one of the biggest takeaways. The information that these young ladies received from the Jamaica match, and for them to take what they learned and to execute tonight in the fashion and in the way that they did it is probably has to be my biggest takeaway. And I'm looking forward to what these girls are gonna do in the future. But we were a bit worried that they were not gonna be able to connect the dots. But after the first 5 to 7 minutes, I realized, you know what, they get it, and the belief that they have in themselves to have such a performance.
Just another one for me. Would you say that your performance in Jamaica, and this goes for both of you, please, your performance in Jamaica, which left, I can say, a lot of persons impressed, and tonight's victory, would you say that you are even more confident going into the rest of this tournament than you were at the beginning?
Oh, absolutely. The Jamaica performance propelled these girls. At the end of that match, despite the scoreline, and we've watched many clips, we've seen, initially the girls themselves felt like, we just defended, we didn't get attacking moments. But once we were able to actually look at the match and see that we had attacking moments, and sometimes it was decisions that we made, other times it was Jamaica was that much stronger and kind of shut down our attacking moment. They definitely used all of that. The Jamaica game propelled us to this victory tonight. I can guarantee you that they brought that momentum into this match tonight. And we had quite a bit of a break, so it was up to us to keep them motivated and get them ready for tonight. So that's why, again, I tip my hat to these young ladies, because they had to get up to play this, and they were ready. So definitely, the last two performances will definitely get us up for the rest of the last two matches in this group.
No, I'm not casting. I mean, there's really not much more I can say off of that. I completely agree with Coach. It's really hard. It's really easy to look at the scoreline of Jamaica, and we are disappointed because we wanted to win, but we weren't disappointed in what we showed. I mean, I was proud of every single one of these girls, and we were all proud of each other. Our camaraderie and the vibe in the team was very positive after Jamaica, because it wasn't a secret where most of Jamaica plays, all pros, and where we are. And to be able to do what we did, and to be able to, for anyone that watched that game, could see that we were in it. And we, coming to this game, watching the film, we knew we had made mistakes, and we knew tonight what we needed to work on, and that's exactly what we did. And it's encouraging, and it's motivating, and this team is so ready to keep going from that. We would love to get Jamaica again, but we will wait for that, and we will continue to take one team at a time and wait for that time where all of our work and our effort, like tonight, the result shows it.
All right. Final question for me, if that's fine. I mean, Pearl didn't leave many questions for me. You spoke earlier about the possibility of playing a match here in Bermuda. What do you think that would mean for the development of the women's game here on island?
We are all mentors to the generations coming beneath us, coming behind us, and to be able to play in Bermuda, show the younger girls, to show male and female what we're about. I mean, to see it on film is one thing, but to see it in person is another. And, our families and friends and, even people that might not even know what we're really about will be able to come there. And the atmosphere, already having played in Bermuda, is really indescribable. And I would love that for a lot of these girls who didn't get that chance. And, I really do hope that us as a country and our government, and we all see that and keep working together so that is a possibility, because it really will mean everything for us and so much for the game as the women's game is growing globally, but also to motivate and to inspire young females in Bermuda that they too can eventually get to this level and be able to play at home.
Yeah, for me, many of the young ladies back home would have watched this game tonight. And again, I have to tip my hat to the association who has worked so hard to grow the girls' game in Bermuda. And so, to have those girls and to possibly, be bold girls for that match in Bermuda will mean so much to the younger generation and will aid our development process. because it's games like that that, you know, they can see the channel, they can see where they're heading or where they can go and what can become. So, you know, again, we really hope that we're able to see that match in Bermuda because it will definitely make so much for the country and for us in the development process of girls.
All right, ladies, thank you. Congratulations. All the best.
Now bring in Nia Christopher, who scored a hat trick tonight. Open for questions.
Nia, your form at Tolson, taking that couple of months off, but being a leader in that team, scoring goals, you just picked up where you left off. How satisfying was it for you tonight to finish with a hat trick? I know you wanted that fourth one that went over the top in the first half. Yeah, keep smiling. But how satisfying was it for you to lead this team to victory?
You know, it's a good feeling just to help the team and to come back from Jamaica game and, you know, just lift us up more.
Mm. Obviously, you guys would have been a little disappointed with the result against Jamaica and the not so many chances created, but tonight clearly chance after chance after chance creating stuff. You've done a lot of work tracking back as well. Just putting in that effort, what did it mean for you to help the team, not just by scoring goals, but also shutting down plays in the third in their half of the field to create other opportunities?
What was the question?
Yeah, what did it mean to you to help create other chances by shutting the team down in their half?
It meant a lot, you know, just being able to really go where I'm needed and help the team out, especially if like one of us are hurt, you know, I just drop back and cover for it.
Hmm. Which one of the three was the best you thought?
The third or second one.
The third or the second one? The second one was a good team build up. And the third one, you have to thank the person to your right for doing all the work.
I wasn't really fit.
But you had work to do as well. You did have work to do as well.
I mean, I don't know for Neil, but for me, every goal is a team goal. It starts from someone and it ends with Nia. She was phenomenal tonight. Leilani getting on every Kiana, you know, and our defense. It's, as I've said before, we're on a different wavelength, and the collectiveness of our team is very well right now, and you could see that in every goal, everyone had some part in it, whether it was Shay catching it, passing it, or finishing it.
Any more questions?
Yeah, just one for me. Nia, congrats on your hat trick. Is there anything from the first game you would have taken and, you know, told yourself you needed to work on coming into this second game that you think would have contributed to your improved performance or to your performance tonight?
I was just like, I think just like me being strong and like showing for my teammates instead of like always running away, you know, just like coming to and just being like the outlet pass, even if I have to like bounce right back, you know, help them get it.
All right, thank you.
Any more questions? That's it?
That's it.